It's 1999, and over the course of one night at an Arkansas hospital, a junkie nurse, her scheming cousin, and a group of black market organ trading criminals get caught up in a heist gone wrong. Hey, what's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Movie Files. Elliot here with a brand new review, and this time it is for the new black comedy thriller 12-Hour Shift. Very excited to let you all know what I thought about this movie and if you should check it out when it is available on VOD October 2nd. Before we get into the spoiler-free review, as you all can see on the screen now, make sure you're following me on all my other social media accounts. That way you all can stay up to date with what's going on over here at Movie Files. If you are new to this channel, Movie Files, welcome. Definitely subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my other movie reviews, TV reviews, live streams, and all the fun things we do over here at Movie Files. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Helps out the channel, but I also really appreciate it. And in the comments below, let me know what you all, once you've seen this film, let me know your pros, your cons. Let's have some great discussions in the comments below. So 12-Hour Shift, it was actually a part of the film festival I covered last month, the Fantasia Film Festival, but it wasn't available to watch. The screeners went pretty quickly, and once that happened, I was like, okay, yeah, this is a film I have to keep my eye out for. And the publicist said, hey, when it gets close to the release date, we'll give you a screener. They did that, which I appreciate, and I'm here to talk about it. So yeah, guys, this is a wacky black comedy heist film gone wrong within a hospital on a rainy night. So it has all the recipes for just things I love and things I really like to enjoy. So starting off with the positives, it's that premise, right? Again, you have a junkie nurse who has a cousin, and they're tied into this organ trafficking business. There's a missing organ. They're trying to find another organ in this hospital that is very busy in this night. There's a homicide, a suicide, and a wrongful death all in one night. There's these wacky other nurses involved. There's the patients involved, and it just gives you such a fun time. It does take a minute for the film to kind of pick up its personality and kind of get into the story, and I'll get into that a little bit later. But once the film does hit that point, it's just a lot of fun. Again, this is a comedy. It's a black comedy, so a lot of the jokes aren't really meant to be, gut punchers, but they're just subtle jokes, and it's just the situation that our characters, like Mandy, for example, the main actress, Angela Bettis, who I thought was great. At first, Mandy, I'm just like, and I'll get to it a little bit later, but I'm just like, I don't like her. She's very annoying. It's just like her energy is bringing down the film, but by the film picking up its personality, she picks up her personality. She gets more involved in the storyline, and that's a character that I really appreciated once you get to kind of know her motivations, her being a junkie, her relative being in the hospital, and then speaking of relatives, her cousin Regina, who is the wildest of wild cards you can throw into this scenario. She misplaces this kidney, so she takes it upon herself to try to find another kidney, and that's where the craziness takes place. There is a serial killer in the hospital. She's pretending to be a nurse. I don't want to get into the specifics of the story, but man, that character was just so frustrating in the best way possible. She's meant to be frustrated because she's just ditzy. She takes it upon herself to try to fix the messes that she's made. And man, watching Mandy and Regina get into it was just such a fun thing to experience. And then you have other nurses like Karen. You have the head nurse, I think her name was Jenny. And then all the other people involved, the cops, the serial killer, the people in the waiting office. I think his name was Kent, was just so funny. I just found this film to be very charming. And I give that to the director here. I believe her name is Brea Grant. I'm not too familiar with her work, but man, she has a quirky style and sensibility as a director. Very interesting story that she wrote here. I would imagine, I know nurses. I know a family of nurses, and I know the craziness that goes down in those 12-hour shifts, and I think that the director really kind of embraced those crazy stories and brought some energy to that story. So again, I like the performances. I found the situational humor, satire humor to really work, and then just the craziness and the brutality of some of these scenes that take place of finding a new kidney, and the people that come across Regina was just very interesting to say the least. But getting into some of my criticisms, this film is, an independent film, and sometimes the low budget aspect kind of rears its ugly head in the screen, whether it be the blood or whether it be some of the editing choices, and just you felt that it was kind of a independent type of film, which is fine. I love independent type of films and I support those films, but sometimes it was just like a little bit too independent, a little bit too on the cheaper side and the production side of the film. Speaking of the production aspect, it's quirky. It has a really unique pacing to it. I wish that some of the visuals and some of the music choices would have matched the quirkiness of the film. I felt like sometimes the cinematography and some of the shot selections and the score wasn't as lively as the film that we were seeing on screen. I wish it was a little bit more on the same par with the absurdity of the movie. And then, you know, there were some acting moments that I didn't really enjoy that much, but that was kind of minor because the film does have that kind of heightenedness to the characters. But my biggest flaw with this film is, I set it up top of my positives. It takes a while for the film to figure out its personality and figure out its energy and where the story is headed. But it takes about 30 minutes to get to that point. I was almost on the verge of just being like, this might not be the film for me. So that first half hour it was kind of boring. Again, I didn't really like the characters. I didn't really see where the story was headed. So that first 30 minutes was rough for me. But overall, it saves itself in the second and third act. And by the end of the film, I was really entertained by what I saw. So with that being said, I'm giving 12 Hour Shift a solid 3 out of 5. I recommend you all check it out when it becomes available on October 2nd. And when you do, let me know what you liked about the film, things you didn't like, and some of your favorite characters. Let me know that in the comments below. As always, make sure to like, share, comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that bell so you don't miss any of my other movie reviews, TV reviews, live streams, and all the fun things we do on this channel. This is one of many kind of comedy, horror thrillers, horror psychological films that I will be covering in the month of October, which is the best month of the year. So definitely keep an eye out for those reviews. Thank you all for watching this video. Hope you're staying safe, and we'll see you on the next video.